Establishing the truthfulness of the financials presented by the management is the whole essence of audit process. Therefore, if we are to remove third-party confirmation among other confirmations and audit procedures, then auditing and assurance service or services would not be required or meaningful. Having established this, let's highlight key importance of third-party confirmation when it comes to the audit and assurance process. Basically, apart from it being on the legal and regulatory requirements and compliance, equally, confirming collaborates with external third party. It addresses key audit risk. Also, it supports our substantive tests in audit processes. It equally acts as independent verification method and enhances the objective of audit, just as it supports our corroborations. Now, let's take all these key points one after the other and expand on the essence of having third-party confirmation conducted during the audit process. This is GJAMES Associate for those of us that are just joining us. My name is Gbenga Olatunji, FCA. Thank you for joining. For you not to miss on any other new upload, subscribe to the channel and like this and comment should there be any gray area or any expectation you will want us to talk about finance and accounting. Having said this, let's pick the key essentials one after the other while we do third-party confirmation in audit processes. Independent verification. Third-party confirmation provides actually an independent and unbiased verification of information. Don't forget, we want to know the truthfulness and fairness of the accounts presented to us as shareholders or any other stakeholders. So by obtaining information directly from the external parties, the auditor or assurance provider, as the name may be, can validate and revalidate the accuracy, completeness, and the authenticity of information provided by the entity being audited, that is our clients. I mentioned accuracy, completeness, authenticity, and the like. These are critical aspects of audit work that the management must represent consigning. Another essence is enhancement of audit objectivity. Don't forget that audit is not subjective. Audit is methodical. So confirming from third party actually enhances the objectivity of the procedure and the information gathering. Confirmation from third party has objectivity to the audit process. It reduces reliance solely on the management's presentation or representation to us and helps to mitigate potential biases or manipulation of data by management. It is important for us to equally know that when we are talking about biases, manipulation, some are not really intentional. Many may not be intentional, could be errors and the like. And the auditor must wear a cap on his or her head that questions everything, not to believe everything, even though not that we are looking for fraud or are taking everybody to be fraudulent. No, it's part of auditor's job to ensure that every information could be relied upon and is confirmed and reconfirmed. So the independent nature of the confirmation enhances the credibility of the audit findings and the conclusion that we are going to reach at the end of the day as regards that particular client's audit. Of course, it supports our substantive testing when we carry out third-party confirmation. So it provides substantive evidence as regards the existence, the ownership, the valuation of an asset or transaction or other relevant aspects of entities transaction, like the balances or commitments, obligations, etc., etc. So all these help in assessing the accuracy and the validity of the financial statements, items, figures, and disclosure. Of course, another key importance of third-party confirmation and its essence is that it addresses audit risk. It addresses audit risk when we confirm and carry out confirmation procedure. It helps to address risk of material misstatement due to error or fraud. So it assists in detecting misstatement or irregularity that might otherwise had not been able to be confirmed by any other audit procedure. But by the time we carry out confirmation and the response, the feedback we got from the third party deviates from or third parties deviate from the expected or the information that we've got from our clients, then we know that there are missing links. Then we can carry out or fish out the irregularities that require further investigation. Key collaboration. External collaboration with the third party. Don't forget the third party that we are actually corresponding with. They have the foretaste of the transaction. They've been with our client. They experience it. So it helps auditor even to gain more knowledge and understanding of our clients' work and businesses. So it can help the auditor to gain insights of the entity's relationship with the business partners, with vendors and the like, business transactions, industrial practices, the market condition in which they are operating, and thereby contributing to a more comprehensive understanding of the entity's business. So these are major points when we are talking about essence of third-party confirmation. Last but not the least, which I mentioned before I recap, is that third-party confirmation actually is one of the methods, procedures needed in audit and assurance engagement, and its support is supported by legal and regulatory framework for audits and assurance services. So in some certain cases, I don't want to major that in all cases, in certain cases, third-party confirmation is actually mandated by law or by professional standard. And the auditor may be required to obtain direct confirmation of bank balance, bank loans, legal claims as part of their audit procedure. These are key areas of risk and compliances that must be checked. So compliance with these requirements of law of accounting bodies actually ensures the audit or the assurance engagement meets the prescribed standard and the regulatory obligations of the auditors being carried out and executed as expected. So overall from GJAMES Associate Channel, third-party confirmation serves as a valuable tool in audit and assurance procedure, and it offers independent verification and substantive evidence to support auditors' conclusion and giving of our opinion. For those of us that are just joining, my name is Gbenga Olatunji FC. It enhances the reliability and credibility of our audit findings, provides additional assurance to stakeholders, and it helps mitigate risk associated with misstatements, fraud, and errors.